Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Swati. In this video, we are going to study very important topic, that is metronidazole drug. Okay, so remember this is very important in pharmacology as well as in microbiology. Okay, metronidazole drug, we can also say the brand name is Flagyl. Okay, we can frequently use the brand name is Flagyl. Okay, it is a drug is antibiotic as well as antiprotozoal drug. Okay, the drug can kill the bacteria as well as the drug can kill the protozoa. Okay, so remember, if you see the chemical structure of metronidazole, this is a drug is comes under the classification is nitroimidazole group. Remember, the drug is comes under the classification is nitroimidazole group. Okay, contains the nitro group. Okay, NO2 minus means it contains the nitro group, and also it is imidazole. What is a imidazole meaning is the 5-membered ring. Okay, so it contains the 2 nitrogen atoms and 3 carbon atoms. Okay, so remember, the metronidazole is a drug is comes under the classification of nitroimidazole. Okay, it contains the nitro group, NO2 minus, as well as and 5-membered ring is present. Here you can see, so here this is a ring is 5-membered ring. It contains 2 nitrogen atoms as well as 3 carbon atoms are present. Okay, so this is a chemical structure. So next we can see the spectrum of activity of the metronidazole drug. Okay, metronidazole is a drug is effective against the anaerobic bacteria as well as protozoa. Okay, so why it is effective against the anaerobic bacteria means because the drug chemical structure, if you see, means it is comes under the classification is nitroimidazole. Okay, so means the drug chemical structure contains the nitro group is present. Okay, the drug is a prodrug. Okay, prodrug means the drug is inactive form is available. Okay, when the drug become active means the nitro group is receive the electrons. Okay, it receive the electrons from the anaerobic metabolism of a cell. Okay, so it receive the electrons from the anaerobic metabolism of a cell. Then nitro group become active. And then drug can release the radicals that can become toxic to the anaerobic bacteria. Okay, then it can damage the DNA, and finally bacteria as well as protozoa can be die, means susceptible cell become die. Okay, the metronidazole is a drug is low molecular weight drug. Okay, the low molecular weight drug can easily absorption into the human being cell as well as it can also enter into the aerobic bacterial cell. Okay, but even though only anaerobic bacterial only susceptible for this drug. Okay, so even though only anaerobic microorganisms are susceptible for this drug. Okay, so because the drug nitro group is only active when it receives the electrons from the anaerobic metabolism of a cell. Okay, so remember this point is very important. Okay, so the drug is effective against the obligate anaerobic bacteria as well as facultative anaerobic bacteria. Okay, so now let's see some examples of obligate and facultative anaerobic bacteria. First one is Bacteroides fragilis. So this is a bacteria is responsible for peritonitis, intra-abdominal abscess and post-surgical wound infections. Okay, so next obligate anaerobe is Fusobacterium species. Okay, so these all bacteria responsible for brain abscess. Okay, so next is Prevotella species. Okay, so these all the species are responsible for gynecological infections. Examples like PID, pelvic inflammatory disease. Okay, so next is some of the Clostridium species like Clostridium difficile. Okay, so this is a bacteria can cause infection to the colon. Okay, so next is Clostridium perfringens. Okay, it is a obligate anaerobe, can cause the gas gangrene and food poisoning problem. Okay, so next is one more Clostridium species, that is Clostridium tetani. It is responsible for to cause tetanus. Okay, so these all bacterial infections we can treat with help of metronidazole. Okay, so next obligate anaerobic bacteria is Peptostreptococcus species. Okay, so this is bacteria responsible for deep tissue abscess, okay, and chronic foot ulcers and aspiration pneumonia, etc. Okay, so next is facultative anaerobic bacteria. Example is Helicobacter pylori. Okay, so this bacteria can cause chronic gastritis and peptic ulcer disease. Okay, so these all obligate and facultative anaerobic bacterial infections we can treat with help of metronidazole. Okay, so what are the bacteria? Obligate anaerobes means number 1 bacteroids, Flagyl, okay, Fusobacterium species, Prevotella species, and Clostridium species, Peptostreptococcus species, etc. Okay, so next is what are the facultative anaerobic bacteria means example like Helicobacter pylori. Okay, so next these all the bacteria can show the susceptibility to the drug. Okay, so next is and protozoal pathogens. We can see the drug can also effective against the protozoa. It have the property is anti-protozoal spectrum. Okay, so first one we can see Entamoeba histolyticum. Okay, so this is a parasite is responsible for amoebic dysentery. Okay, so it can cause amoebic dysentery and diarrhea problem. Okay, so next is Giardia lamblia. So this is a protozoa is responsible for to infect the small intestine. Especially it can cause severe malabsorptive diarrhea and bloating. Okay, so this parasite can show them susceptibility to the drug. Okay, so next is Trichomonas vaginalis. Okay, so this protozoa can cause urogenital tract infections, most common sexually transmitted infection. Okay, so this is also can be susceptible for the metronidazole drug. Okay, so remember these three protozoa like Entamoeba histolytica. So next is Giardia lamblia and next Trichomonas vaginalis. Okay, remember Entamoeba histolytica, Giardia lamblia and Trichomonas vaginalis. Okay, so these three protozoa can be susceptible for the metronidazole drug. Okay. Now let's see mechanism of action of metronidazole drug. Okay, metronidazole is a drug can be effective against the anaerobic microorganisms. Okay, anaerobic bacteria and protozoa. Okay, how the drug can kill the anaerobic microorganisms? Now let's see. Okay, first we can see how electrons are released in anaerobic organisms. Okay, the glucose is broken down by glycolysis to produce the pyruvate. Okay, so glucose is converting into pyruvate. Then here in anaerobic organisms, in anaerobic bacteria and protozoa, this pyruvate further metabolize with the help of enzyme. The name of the enzyme is PFOR. Shortcut is PFOR. What is a PFOR means? Pyruvate ferredoxin oxidoreductase. Okay, remember this is a enzyme is only present in the anaerobic organisms. Okay, so that's why the drug is effective against the anaerobic organisms. Okay, here the name of the enzyme is PFOR. Okay, pyruvate ferredoxin oxidoreductase. Okay, this enzyme can transfer the electrons to ferredoxin. Okay, then oxidation form of a ferredoxin is converting into reduced form. Okay, so receive the electrons. Ferredoxin can receive the electrons and can form the reduced form. Okay, then after this ferredoxin can transfer the electrons to nitro group of a drug. Okay, then nitro group of a drug can receive the electrons and metronidazole can become active. Okay, remember this point is very important. Metronidazole is a drug is prodrug. Okay, this prodrug is become active. Okay, when it become the active means the nitro group of a drug, okay, can receive the electrons from the ferredoxin. Then immediately the nitro group of a drug can become the active. Okay, then after the metronidazole becomes reactive free radicals. Okay, metronidazole can become the reactive free radical. Okay, that free radical can damage the microbial DNA and finally can kill the organisms. Okay, so this is a difference. The drug can be effective against the anaerobic organisms but not the aerobic organisms. Okay, because aerobic organisms the enzyme is different. Okay, so here the aerobic organism pyruvate is converting into acetyl coenzyme A with help of a pyruvate dehydrogenase enzyme. Okay, but here pyruvate is further metabolized with help of a pyruvate ferridoxine oxidoreductase enzyme. Okay, so this is an enzyme only present in the anaerobic organisms. This is an enzyme only present in the anaerobic organisms. Okay, this enzyme is responsible for to convert the oxidation form of a ferridoxine to reduced form. Okay, that electrons can be transferred to the nitro group of a drug, then drug become active. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, now here we can see the diagrammatic presentation of metronidazole drug mechanism of action. Okay, so first we can see this is a cell is susceptible cell. It's a anaerobic bacterial cell or else protozoal cell. Okay, so here we can see the step number 1, inactive metronidazole. Okay, inactive metronidazole meaning is a metronidazole is a prodrug. Okay, it is an inactive form of a drug. Okay, the drug is enter inside the susceptible cell. Okay, by the diffusion process. Okay, how the drug is entry inside the susceptible cell means by the diffusion. Okay, then after the prodrug become activation. Okay, when it is enter into the susceptible cell, the prodrug become activation because here reduced form of the ferridoxine can transfer the electrons to the nitro group of a drug and immediately the nitro group of a drug become active. Okay, then it releases toxic radicals. Okay, that toxic radicals can damage the DNA. It can disrupt the DNA and proteins. Finally here you can see the double stranded DNA can broken down. Okay, here we can see the double stranded DNA can be broken down into single stranded, then after that small pieces, and finally the total DNA become disrupt. Okay, and damage the DNA and cellular components. Okay, and finally the cell become die. Okay, so metronidazole is a drug is cidal drug means it can kill the bacteria as well as it can kill the protozoa. Okay, it can finally can make a cell death. Okay, so this is about the mechanism of action. Next we can see the drug dosage, clinical indications and contraindications of drug. Okay, in next video we can continue.